God's comfort in difficult seasons. There is a pain that words cannot fully explain, a pain that sits quietly in the heart, a pain that smiles in public but cries in private. The Bible calls this being brokenhearted. And the beautiful truth is this: God does not run from broken hearts, He runs toward them. Psalm 34:18 says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." Not might be close, not sometimes close. The Lord is close. When your heart breaks, God does not step back, He steps closer. Throughout the Bible, we see that sorrow is not a sign of weak faith. Even God's strongest servants had moments of deep grief. David cried out in the Psalms. Elijah asked God to take his life. Job sat in ashes and questioned everything. Jeremiah was called the weeping prophet. Even Jesus wept at the tomb of Lazarus. Pain does not mean God has left you. Pain often means God is about to meet you. Matthew 5:4 says, "Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted." Comfort is not the removal of pain. Comfort is the presence of God inside pain. God does not promise a life without heartbreak. He promises His presence within it. When the heart breaks, God becomes your healer. When strength runs out, God becomes your strength. When hope feels distant, God becomes your hope. Isaiah 61:1 says, "He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted." Broken hearts are not discarded by God. They are bound, healed, and restored by Him. Sometimes God allows breaking because brokenness creates dependence. When everything else fails, we learn to lean on Him. And in that place of surrender, healing begins. Psalm 147:3 says, "He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds." Notice it doesn't say He ignores the wounds. It says He binds them. He treats them, He restores them. And when sorrow feels unbearable, remember this: God sees every tear. Psalm 56:8 says, "You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle." Your tears are not wasted. They are noticed by heaven. Jesus Himself understands heartbreak. He was rejected, betrayed, misunderstood, and crucified. He knows your pain. That's why Hebrews 4:15 tells us He is able to sympathize with our weaknesses. When you are brokenhearted, God is not disappointed in you. He is compassionate toward you. And just like the sparrow, God reminds us of our worth. Matthew 10:29-31 says, "Not one sparrow falls to the ground apart from your Father. So do not fear, you are worth more than many sparrows." If God watches over a tiny bird, how much more is He watching over you in your sorrow? Brokenness is not your ending. It is the soil where God plants healing. Joy may not come instantly, but it is promised. Psalm 35 says, "Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning." Your night will not last forever. So if your heart is broken today, hear this clearly: God is near. God is listening. God is working. God is healing. And one day what broke you will become the testimony that blesses someone else. Because God does not waste pain. He transforms it into purpose. Like, share and follow for more videos. God bless.